Hello, and welcome to the Dr. Crystal Show. Today, I'll be talking about something that it's really, important to me. Obviously, in the season of Christmas, I'll be talking about gratitude. And what do I mean by gratitude? Basically, I'll just keep it simple. Being grateful, being thankful about life, about just having a heart of being thankful. And so basically, why is gratitude important? I know that as 2025 comes to its beautiful end, I know that there are lots of things that we're probably happy about. But if you're like me, there are a couple of things that you probably expected, waited for, and maybe they're still on their way. They haven't arrived yet. And you're still trying to find a reason, just hold on to things to actually be thankful for. And I'll talk about what I mean by gratitude and why I think gratitude is important and things that we can be grateful for. I'll talk about what gratitude is not. I'll talk about some of the myths associated with gratitude and just basically yes, why I think gratitude is important. So I'll first start with like I already defined what is gratitude, just having a grateful heart, having a thankful spirit, just being happy, about life, about seasons. That's really what I mean by gratitude. And then also I'll also talk about, you know, there be gratitude. One of them is some people think that some people are naturally grateful, like, oh, those people are naturally grateful, like they were just born to be grateful. Maybe there's some people like that, but personally I've learned to practice gratitude. I've learned to actually be intentional and be deliberate about seeking things to be grateful for. So I would beg to differ that gratitude doesn't necessarily mean people are born to be grateful, born to be happy. I think that probably they're intentional about it. So that's one of the myths. Then the other one is grateful people have everything going on well in their life. Maybe there are people that have everything going on well in their life, but I think gratitude is more or less, like I said earlier, a choice. You just choose to see life through the lens of being thankful. Grateful people have all their issues sorted out. Okay, I'm yet to see that one person that has everything sorted out or figured out in this journey called life. I don't agree. I think people think that grateful people they just have their life like everything is perfect. That's probably why they are grateful. I don't really think so, but anyways, I might be wrong. And then some people might think, oh, if I'm grateful, it just I'm fake. Like I'm not being real. Like what we see sometimes on social media. I don't think I'm denying the reality of my situation. I really don't think I think that's wrong. I think being grateful, and I'll talk about what being grateful is. Then also some people might think that, oh, I don't have anything to be grateful for. You're alive. Lots of people would wish, however bad our situation might look like, lots of people would wish that they had a life like ours. So I'm not one, a proponent of comparing ourselves to others, but I think that we have something to be thankful for. I believe everybody in this life has one thing, okay, half something to be thankful for. That's what I believe. What are some of the things we can be thankful for? Okay, I was thinking of doing this 30 days, 31 days actually, right? December has 31 days, 31 days of gratitude. So that's what I was thinking of doing, just so every day I can write something for us to be grateful for. So just like give us in the community like an assignment. And I think I'm going to do it. But I was thinking, oh, I was going to post every day for 31 days, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So I'm just going to spill it all out here. But I'll plead with us if we can actually get like a journal and every day actually write one thing from, and just be grateful about it until we get through the whole of December. So December is our month of gratitude. So the first one is the gift of life. To be alive is something to be thankful for. And I know this because I lost someone that is very dear to me. And then I understood the brevity of life. I understood for lack of a better word, we would not always have this life. That's just the truth. One day we would be a memory to some other person. And one day people will be a memory, to us. And I think we should just be grateful and be intentional about being grateful for life. I think that's very important. And I want to speak to us about this. If we can actually just be grateful that we're alive, just actually ponder on this. Like take out 5 minutes today and just take a walk. Just be deliberate about being thankful for the gift of life. So that's the first thing I think we can be thankful for. And then apart from that, I think we can be thankful for the gift of health. As a doctor, I've been privileged, you know, to come across people that were not healthy, either in their mind, their health, or just you probably would not even recognize it. And why I say privilege is because I think it's a privilege to be a doctor, to have an opportunity to be a blessing to someone else, to help someone else. Not that it's a privilege to see people unhealthy, but I think like just take one day and go just walk to your hospital and see people that are on oxygen. Like you I'm assuming that probably you're breathing normally. We don't actually sit down and be like, oh, I'm so thankful that I can breathe. But to be honest, if you go to maybe the intensive care unit, or you go to the respiratory unit, or you just really go to the hospital, some people are actually gasping. Like to be able to have good health is an underrated blessing. And I want to encourage us to just the second thing to be grateful for in our journal of gratitude is the gift of health. The fact that you can speak without needing someone to speak on your behalf, without having to write because your vocal cords are just not functioning. The fact that you can go to toilets. Some people have to a bedridden and people have to change them. Like, and we're not better than those people at all. Like, it's such a privilege to have the gift of health. So I can't overemphasize on how important health is. And if you're here and you don't have the best of health, your life. So go back to point one, the gift of life. So and hopefully everything will be fine with your health. But you get my point. Thirdly, the gift of family. Oh, I'm big on family. I'm so big on family. Anyone that knows me knows I'm big on family. I know that some people have maybe better families than others. But if you have someone that can call you to check up on you and ask, how are you doing today? Like, Neka, how are you doing today? Are you okay? Like, how are you faring? Like, oh, I just thought about you and I just said a prayer for you. If you have someone that actually loves you, if you have that family community, you have you're rich, you're wealthy. If you have that love, so that's one thing that I want. That's the third thing, right? Keep me right if I go wrong on my numbering, but that's something number three I want to be on your journal of gratitude. You have to be grateful for the gift of family. Please, you really, really have to. And then the fourth thing is the reason for the season, right? The gift of love. See, love, I really can't explain what love is, but I think it's in 1 Corinthians 13, right? Let's just go and read about that. It gives like a very well detailed explanation of what love is. But I think basically I'll just put love as we're surrounded by goodness, for lack of a better explanation. We're surrounded by people that mean well for us, people that want to see us flourish, and just people that we're home in this world where things can be really difficult. We have a safe place. I hope our families are a safe place because my family is my safe place. And then, number 5, let's be thankful for the gift of a job. See, I know that work can be tiring. Like sometimes I go to work and I'm like, can anyone really pay us enough for what we do? And the answer is no. If you work so hard, if you give in your best, I don't really think anyone can pay you for what you do. Like, no matter the amount, if you're like me and just want to chill, just want to sleep, just want to chat with friends, like, but I was recently talking with video calling a friend because I'm big on like video calling my friends, my family. So I was recently video calling my friend and we were talking about work. And she was like, she's off work for a couple of days and everything, but she's so thankful she's going back to work. And I'm like, that's just like me. Sometimes I've had it up to here, like I need time off. But if you're out of work for a couple of days, weeks, and you just realize that you might have even lost structure to your day. At least you wake up a particular time, you go to bed a particular time because you have to probably go to work. And when that's taken off you, you're like, okay. So I know many times we might not be very, very grateful about work, but trust me, when they say you don't know the value of a thing until you lose it. One of the things we're talking about is work. So to be thankful for work, I think, is one of our gratitude journal for this month of December. And then the gift of wisdom. See, I can't, because I'm trying to keep it really brief so I could cover as much as possible. But see, the gift of wisdom, like to be sagacious, to be able to make sagacious decisions at very pertinent areas of your life is a gift. You don't understand. Some people have come to the end of their life, and retrospectively, they have bank, bank, bank of poor choices. Like they have like a plethora of it. Like in their personal relationships, in their work, in their health, they've just made poor choices. And they don't have the time to go back and even amend some of these things. So if you look at your life and you're opportuned to make beautiful decisions that you're proud of, decisions like you look back 10 years and the life you're living now that you're happy about is because of decisions, the books you decided to read, the courses you decided to take 10 years ago, and you're looking at your life 5 years from now and you're already making intentional choices of what you want them to be like that gift of wisdom. Honestly, if you have it, you are wealthy, and I really want you to be thankful for it, because someday it will materialize and it will show its dividend. And then something else, I'll try and break it. Something else to be grateful for is the gift of sound mind. Okay. Joyce Meyer's book about Battlefield of the Mind. I don't think I really read the book. Actually, I didn't, but I heard about it. But the topic, Battlefield of the Mind, I've had years of my life as a teenager that I had to battle with my mind. Like now, looking back, I understand why. It was probably because of what God was going to do with my life, with my mind. Things like starting this, talk show or this YouTube and whatever, and just being a blessing to people. But I struggled with my mind. Like, honestly, I don't know how to explain it in English. But if you're someone that you have a sound mind, thankfully now my mind is sound for about a decade and over. Like my mind is one of my most beautiful assets. But there was a time I thought my mind was under attack. And if you have a sound mind, lots of people Just go to the psychiatric ward and see people seeing things, hearing things, speaking about things that don't even exist. Thankfully, mine wasn't that extent where I had to like seek help or, but I knew that so thankfully mine was people probably that knew me growing up, my, not admit that I had any issues with my mind, but I knew it. So even if you're battling silently with your mind where but if you have a sound mind, it's something to really be thankful for because it's a gift. And then the gift of having a roof over your head. Honestly, I know in the western part of the world, like in the UK, in the US, you know like in the western part of the world, people are taken care of. So some people might not really understand that, but there are places where, having a roof over your head is a blessing. Some people don't have where, like a proper place to lay their head at night to sleep. So if you have a roof over your head, as minute as it sounds, is something to be thankful for. And then the gift of relationships. If you have friends, families, colleagues, good people in your life that you can call and be like, okay, this is my time of need. What do you think? Can I pick your brains about this? Or even a time when you're in need. If you have the gift of relationships, you have a gift. Like it's something to really be thankful for. And then the gift of having our basic needs met, which is, I can correlate it to the gift of having a roof over your head. But if you have like 3 square meals or 2 square meals in a day, if you have like just clothes to wear, like simple things, and I'm sure by now you can get the point. I'm keeping it very simple, but these are really the things that matter. Can you imagine if you actually didn't have clothes to wear? Can you imagine if you really didn't have a sound mind? Can you imagine? Like, we're not better than people that don't have these things. That's just the truth. So we really should be thankful. And when we think like this, it just puts everything in the right perspective. And I really want to encourage us to actually, in this journal of gratitude, to actually think about these things and really, really, really take them seriously. I think the 11th thing, is that correct now, that we'll be talking about is the gift of used opportunities. Like, I reflect back now and I think of where I am today, and I think it's by the grace of God. But I know that I made choices that my future self are thankful for, and my past self, is also thankful for. Like, if you're here and you've made choices, good choices, put in the hard work, and done things that, you're happy about, I think you should be grateful. That's the 11th thing I want to talk about. Just be grateful for used opportunities. And then also be grateful for a beautiful heart. I want to believe that if you're a member of the Dr. Crystal Show, you have a beautiful heart, because we're all for goodness, beauty, love, encouragement, just positivity, all around positivity. And just having a beautiful heart in this kind of world we live in is something to be thankful for. I don't know about you, but I've had dark days in my life. And I've had seasons where I just didn't understand why I had to be kind. I thought life had been unkind to me. I didn't understand why I had to even be friendly. Like, my point is, if you have a soft heart in this hard life, it's something to be thankful for. And I don't want you to ever question how beautiful your heart is or change it for anyone. I just want you to know it's a gift. And I hope you nurture it. I hope you protect it. But more importantly, I hope you raise other people that have beautiful hearts in a sometimes not beautiful world. And then number 12, the, the gift of peace. Oh, please. See, peace is an underrated gift. Like, do you know what it peace is not the absence of chaos, but to choose peace, to be peaceful in this life, like to just be in your own world, in your own space. It is a gift. And I just hope you know and realize how much of a gift that is. Like, whatever is going on around, you're unperturbed by it. Like, you don't allow those things determine or dictate to you who you should be. Like peace is a gift I would pay millions to keep. Like, just I don't want to go into peace, but just know that if you have a peaceful life. Then number 13, the gift of humor, laughter. Like, you just have things to be happy about. You just have things to laugh about, things to be thankful about. Like, that's such a big deal. And I just want you to know that that's something to be thankful for. Like, just that laughter, that humor. And then the gift of forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. And as this year comes to an end, it's very, very, I can't emphasize how pertinent it is to forgive yourselves, because we possibly didn't get everything right. We just couldn't. The best of human is human. Like, we've made mistakes, and we need to extend grace to ourselves and grace to others. And what better time to do that than Christmas? And then the gift of encouragement. Like, we just need to encourage ourselves. Like, if you're someone that hasn't given up this year, like you just kept going, kept going, kept encouraging yourself. Honestly, I need to give you a bottle of water. But you get my point. Like, I felt so discouraged at certain times in my life. And to be here today, to keep going, it's just simply a gift. And I just want to encourage everyone, to have that in their journal, the gift of encouragement. Like, and then you encourage others. You be a voice in the lives of others. That's number 13, right? And then, oh, the gift of finances. Like, if you have money to buy basic things, or let's go into luxurious things, like you have money to buy that dress you wanted, that hair you wanted, whatever it is, that book you wanted, have money to go on that trip, like just to take that extra course to actually go maybe on a master's degree and graduate. Like, if you actually had money to pursue your dreams, you really should be thankful, because lots of people would give anything to be in your shoes. And then number 15, right? The gift of answered prayers. Like, you're living in your answered prayers. Oh, I remember the times I prayed for the things that I now have. I prayed for a child. I remember the time I prayed for the things that I now have. I prayed for a good husband. I remember the time that I prayed for the things that I now have. I prayed to get into training, to successfully complete training. Like, oh, I don't take for granted the things that I have. You're living in your answered prayers. I know our lives don't look perfect, but we're living in our answered prayers. And I really want you to have a journal and make a list of 10 things. You will be flabbergasted. You will be overwhelmed. You will be overjoyed. And you would find reasons to be grateful for as the year draws its curtain. Number 16, right? Why do I think I'm mixing this up? The gift of the amazing future you're going to have. Honestly, eyes have not seen, ears haven't heard. It has not come to the mind of any man. what your tomorrow holds. And I just want you to walk in that confidence, that assurance that, see, your future is amazing. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. It doesn't matter. See, if they had told Joseph that the prison, Potiphar's house, was going to lead him to become prime minister, make it make sense. But see, your future is amazing. And I want you to journal what that future looks like. Journal what that future looks like. Because it's going to happen before your eyes. And then the gift of decision. That's number 16, right? The gift of decision. So that future, we're talking about. What decisions do we have to make to get there? But see, every day we make decision. Even indecision is a decision itself. But every day, like if you're like me, I have my to-do list. And see, I don't know, it's like I'm going to start reducing my to-do list, because sometimes I can have 10, 15 to-do lists. And at the end of the day, I've just achieved 5. And I'm like, oh, I didn't achieve enough. No, I shouldn't have made so much list. But that's talk for another day, right? And then the gift of having, that's number 16, the gift of having the driver's seat to our own life. Like, do you know how many people have had that taken away from them? They're in poor relationships. Anyways, being held by drugs, alcohol. They're not in control of their own life. Do you know the gift that you can sit down and decide that, I am in charge? Okay, I can make choices for my life. I don't have to depend on someone else's, mind to do that. And then 17, right? The gift to start again. That's what the new year gives us, that opportunity, the gift to start again. Do you know how beautiful that is? The gift to say, okay, I didn't do this right. I didn't get this right. I'm going to start again. That's just beautiful. Many people in the grave don't have those choices. And then the gift of hope. Oh, that's like 17. What's hope? The gift of hope. That I would define hope. I'm not a dictionary, but I like to look at hope like that inner strength. That I'm going to keep hoping. I'm going to keep hoping. I'm going to keep believing. What is that thing you're hopeful for? Like, it's a gift. Some people have lost the capacity, the temerity to hope. Like to dare, they've lost, it takes a lot to even dare to hope and to keep hoping, to keep believing. Some people have completely lost it. And then 17, the gift of freedom. Like you can choose who you want to be. Like, you can choose that I don't want to be this kind of person. I want to be this kind of person. Like, you can choose, okay, I don't want to have this circle of friends. I want to, like, you can choose, like, this is who I want to be. Like, the gift of freedom to, like, you have that freedom. You have that freedom. Like, you're not in bondage. Like, I hope I'm making sense, because I'm making sense in my head. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. And then also, I think, honestly, someone has to number this for me. 17, right? Basically, the gift of, just reflection. Like, let's use today, day 17, and just reflect. Let's reflect. Because with reflection comes the opportunity to make possible, tangible changes in our life. To just reflect. Just take out a day and just reflect on day 17. And then day 18, the gift of humility. Like, I like to think I'm a humble person. The gift of humility. Humility is such a gift. Like, you can actually realize that you've done certain things right, and then there's certain things that you've done wrong, and then that just that gift, just that awareness. Humility is such a beautiful gift, and I'm just so thankful for the gift of humility. And I hope that we carry that humility well, even as we go through this beautiful season, this beautiful, beloved month of Christmas. Even people that have no idea what Christmas is all about think it's a beautiful season. The gift of growth. The gift of growth. As in, just bring your picture from 10 years ago. Bring your picture from when you were in secondary school, university, NYSC. Just bring your picture and actually just see how much you've become. The gift of growth. The gift of growth is such a beautiful one. See what we'll become. And this is not even all that we are going to become. The gift of growth is so beautiful. I will always be thankful for the gift of growth. And then, beyond the gift of growth, 19, the gift of purpose. The gift of purpose. Like you know what you're here, what you're doing. See, the richest place is the grave. Unwritten books, unspoken words. Like you're living in your purpose. And if you're not there, at least you're on your way there. But the gift of purpose is such a beautiful gift. And then number 21, the gift of fulfillment. The gift of fulfillment. Like, I feel fulfilled about in several areas of my life. And it is something to be thankful for. Lots of people are not fulfilled. And it's not because we're better than them. They just feel unfulfilled. But here, many of us are fulfilled, either in our careers, in our homes, in our marriages, in our relationships, in our health. Some of us maybe have lost weight to maybe we've had babies and we've lost our weight to the weight we wanted to lose. Just very simple things. We feel fulfilled. Maybe we were in debt and we're like, okay, I'm going to reduce my debt by this amount of money by this time. And we've achieved that. Some people go into their gray hair with their debts, school loans. Like my point is, we're living a life of fulfillment. We're gradually getting there. And it's something we should be deliberately grateful about. And why I talk about that, number 22, just being grateful for our mistakes. I know this might sound counter, to what I've said previously, but the truth is, many people are where they are today because of the mistakes they made and because of what they learned from it. Some people made mistakes, maybe got married, maybe to someone who was abusive, and maybe came out of that marriage alive. While some other people might have been there and lost their life. Some people maybe had opportunities that they misused it, maybe had beautiful relationships in their life, treated them so poorly, maybe had beautiful husbands, treated them so poorly, and those people walked away. And now they're having new relationships with people and they're learning to be more respectful or more intentional. Those mistakes that didn't break you is something to be thankful for. Then number 3, just be thankful for number 23, to be thankful for that you didn't become your pain. Many people, we identify them like, oh, this is the person that just by their life experiences. Or here, you still have a smile. The same places you went to that other people passed through that same fire and got burnt. You came out and like, shit, is that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Who are like we don't even have a stench of the smoke of fire. Like, what does that say about you? And then the 25th thing to be grateful for, the gift of salvation. 25 connotes Christmas Day. I know and I'm very aware that everybody here is not Christian, and everybody here is not, even those that are Christian are not probably believers or things like that. And this is, I apologize if, it's not something, you want to hear, but I'm proudly Christian. And I just can't imagine my life without a relationship with Jesus Christ. Like, I just can't imagine my life. Like, I don't know what to say without, I don't know what to say and without sounding fake or over exaggerating it. But I'm just thinking about the choices that I've made in my life. I've made poor choices, but I've made amazing choices that times 10 doubles whatever poor choices there is I've made. Like, I'm proud of myself. Like, I'm proud of my youth. I'm proud of my teenage years. I gave my life to Christ in GSS 1, right? So I've been more of a Christian than I have not been. And I just can't imagine the mistakes I evaded just because of that one. Like, even the husband I married, even I had to wait for a child, even in my waiting season. If I lost one of the most important people in my life, even how I carried my grief. I've met with darkness, and I don't say this lightly. And I've come out a light. What was meant to destroy me, I destroyed. What was meant to be a door shut before me became my window to the life that when I think about, I'm humbled. I went through fire and I smelled nothing like it. I've had the most beautiful life. And I don't take for granted the beautiful life that my parents, that my mom gave me. I don't take for granted that. But I know that I have seen pain that my heart couldn't take. And looking back, and I'm still soft. It couldn't have been by my power. It just couldn't. So I'm just going to stop here. But if you're someone that is going through a difficult time, maybe you have a sick child. I understand that because I've had to take care of parents and their children. Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe you felt helpless. Whatever your situation is, you will come out and you will be nothing like what you went through. But instead, people will look at your life and they will draw strength. See, carry that load. Oh. It's not, it's heavy, but carry that load. Because very soon, people will find strength. People who have never met you will find strength for their own battles because of you. People who have felt like giving up, you would be the reason that they found beauty in life again. I just want you to remember that tough times don't last, but tough people do. This too shall pass. And that brings me to the end of 25th. 26th of December. Okay, 24th of December is a very special day to me. My mama's birthday. So my Christmas starts from 24. And then 26th of December, something to be grateful for. Just to be grateful for. I'm running out of things to be grateful for, like you can tell. So can someone put things for me to be grateful for so I can... I'm just going to look at what I wrote. Okay. Okay. Just be grateful for gratefulness. Okay, I'm going to be serious here. See, for you to actually be on this journey of gratitude is actually a beautiful one. So be grateful that you're part of it. Be grateful that you can actually find something to be grateful about, because it takes intentionality to be grateful. So that's my 26. 27. It's my birthday. Woo, 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 woo. Happy birthday to me. May the good Lord bless me. How do they sing it anyways? All I'm just saying is it's 27th December and it's my birthday. Like it's a big deal. So anyway, so just be thankful for me. Anyways, okay. So I just need to be serious. Okay. I'm grateful for the gift of life again. I know that not many people that were born on the same year that I was are alive to see today. I'm not oblivious of the fact that grace kept me. And I'm so thankful that I get to add another year today. I know it's not the 27th of December, maybe in every part of the world, but in my point 27 of gratitude, I just want to spell that out. And please, can I make a request? Can you sow a seed of kindness today? I will be doing the same. But can you start with your family? My mama taught me that charity begins at home. Is there any estranged relationship in your life? Maybe do you have a poor relationship with your mom? I know that might be hard for me to understand because I had the best relationship with my mom. Do you have, maybe you haven't spoken to your dad for 5-10 years? Again, that's difficult for me because I have a beautiful relationship with my dad. Or have you maybe not spoken to your children? Did they just get up one day and leave? Or did they, or maybe your siblings? Have there been irreconcilable differences in your family? Can I ask that if you're watching the show today and it's 27th of December, or at least if it has passed, if it's coming, you can save that for something to do. If it has passed, if this show has impacted you in any way, or if you're part of this community, before you put a happy birthday in the comment section, or before you say a prayer for me, can you reach out to a loved one, particularly one that you haven't been in good terms with, and send a message to them? And if before you send to them, let's start with the ones that you love. Can you let them know how much you love them? How much they've been a blessing to you? You know, how much they've shaped your life, how much they've touched you, how much they've impacted you, and how your life could never have been what it is without them in it. Many times, we don't tell people enough how much we are appreciative of them. And I want you to do this for me today. And just let me know, in the comment section of any healed relationship. It would make me so happy. And it would be the best gift you can give me today. And if there's someone you know that is in need, maybe a family close by that don't have anything this festive period, or maybe someone you know, it will soon be school time, that can't send their children to school, would you skip a meal today? Maybe your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and just reach out to them. I'm not asking for too much, but that would mean so much to me, and I would be very grateful. Thank you. Okay, we have like 5 more days to the end of the year, like 27, 29, 30, 31st. Oh, 4 more days. So what are some things to be thankful for? 28th of December, just be thankful for the season. You can see I have nothing else to say. Okay, so be thankful for the season. It's Christmas, so be thankful for Christmas. Be thankful for December. Be thankful for this festive period. But honestly, jokes apart, like I'm serious here. Let's be thankful for this season. Like it's something to be thankful for. Yeah. And then 29th, let's be thankful for okay, yes. Let's make a list of what we want our 2026 to be. We actually can't wait for 2026. So let's use today. Today is the 28th, but even though it's one video, so we're probably watching it, So while you're watching it in one sitting, I guess, just make a note. So every day, yes, you have the assignment for this month. Woo! See? So for the 28th, if you can, 29th, right? 29th. So just what do you want your 2026 to be like? So that's something to be thankful for, because we can start anticipating it and working towards it. Okay, 30th. Um, be thankful for okay. Today, just be thankful for good movies. Okay, no, jokes apart. No, can people, okay, just make a list. Just today, you're allowed to watch movies. Just make, no, I'm not even joking. Or books to read. I can even suggest some nice books in the comment section. Like 30th, just be thankful for, like, this is just your day to chill. Like, take plan ahead and just be on leave today. Just watch movies, like just binge on one series to the next, or books. No, because we have to enjoy this season. So, like, be thankful that you're able to plan towards that. Then 31st. Oh wow, we've come to the end of the year, end of 2025. Like, okay, for me, usually what I do with my 31st is there's one thing that is very, very important to me, is what I call like crossover service. So like I go to church maybe close to, and try to get into the new year in church. I'm not 100% sure what this year 31st will be for, like for several reasons, because um where I'm working is quite far from where I am. So, anyways, I'm not sure what my 31st will be like, but even if I'm not there physically, which I hope to be, I probably will join them, online. But today, just be intentional. Start your 2026 today, you know, and just just really be intentional. It's the last day of the year, like, and make a list of what shouldn't get into 2026 with you. Like, go and eat that food in the fridge. Please go and eat it. Go and do that laundry. um, um Anyways, just basically end the year with gratitude. And I just want to say thank you for, I know it was a long one, but thank you so much for this 31 days of gratitude. I'm so grateful. Thank you for joining me. And obviously, I still have some other things to say about gratitude, like the benefits, the advantages, the disadvantage of not being grateful. So I'll post that at a different video because this is long enough. But it probably will still be in my season of Christmas. So maybe I'll probably maybe will be on a Christmas attire or something. But you can see I'm red, so I'm kind of Christmassy. Anyways, so watch the next video and thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you enjoyed watching this like I enjoyed shooting it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year!